So, last we left off, we were chatting with our friend Erenville. This was a really fun questline. I really enjoyed this one. You ready, V?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think this was your voice.
Yeah, I was using Erenville. That sounds so bad. All right. Anyway, one with nature. Erenville is eager to be off with the Pyrenean plain. Come, let's follow. Oh, was his name Walika? I missed it during dialogue, but come, let's follow Walika. Walika? Yeah. Oh, Shenza? Do you want to be Shenza, or do you want me to be these guys or something? Or
sure, I can be him.
And I'll
There's
be.
another station on the way.
Continue.
Oh. Yes.
No, continue. You're fine.
There's another station. No, actually, do you know what? They're dudes. Go read them.
You want me to be the dudes? Okay.
Yes,
There's another
be the
station on the
dudes.
way, so be sure to drop in. The train will be in the depot, but you can still see it from the outside. I'm quite taken with the sleek design of the head end, sorry, myself. Though if you peek through the windows, you can probably catch a glimpse of... Enough jabbering, Shenza. Thanks to these two, we finally have some real work to do, so let's get to it. Well, see you later. I suppose there's no harm in stopping at the station. It's on the way, after all. Where is this? Oh, so it's not too far. I'm gonna run for immersion's sake. You're probably gonna get on your mount. Yep,
No.
there it is.
Well, I'm late anyway. You're already ahead of me, so might as well.
I just run to where it is. Oh, I forgot how gorgeous
I
this
will
game is.
now dismount. There we go. So we can run together. I'm actually wearing my All Saints Wake suit. I love it. Didn't even want to dye it. It just looks so good when it's black. I love it. I'm glad,
music.
honestly, that they're adding more of these urban-looking appearances.
Yeah, I do too. It does add a bit of, I don't know, diversity to the game.
Yeah, like they did it with PvP. They're now doing it a little bit with events. I feel like the quality of these appearances for the limited time events and whatnot has dramatically improved lately.
Oh, here he is, Erenville. I do love the whole western and train tracks kind of vibe, and I don't know what it is about it. Oh, it's music though, proper like guitar going on. I must confess, the train is an impressive sight. How easy it is to be to how easy it must be to ship goods throughout the wilds now. Right. Oh god. Mewastoen should be to the northeast of here. Let's continue on. Forgive me for butchering some words.
I don't think anyone is reading this this properly. Oh. No, I'm actually just using mounts to catch up to you, to be honest.
That's fine. I don't hang around. I look at where it is. Oh, dude. I just use
Oh.
You okay?
Yes. That's a big boy. Sorry, you use what?
I used sprint.
Okay.
Oh,
These cactuses actually have collision.
V, I'm gonna wait for you. Come here. Let's run together.
I'm here. I'm
and look,
right next to you.
And I know that's fine. And look in front. Look at that crystal.
It's pretty, isn't it?
And like you can see the campfires lighting up as we get closer. Looks so nice.
It's pretty, yeah.
That crystal is gorgeous. Ah, there you are. The village is just up ahead. Truth be told, I've never had direct dealings with people of Mewastoen. I do know that I read that so quick. But I do know that their traditions mean a great deal to them, as does the land. This music. Damn, it's going hard.
Oh, yeah, movie. I really do want more voice scenes, to be honest.
I think there's been quite a lot last video, so... I think we're going to get some heavy voices later, though. Ah, such a lovely clean air. It feels like a treat after the overpowering ceruleum of Shumwasanazi Springs. The waters nearby are just as pristine. It's a paradise for people and animals both. I'm gonna take this as... I'll read this as a go. Do you want to? Yeah, you take it until we know who it is, if it's a male or female.
I'll do a question mark. I'm glad you appreciate the blessings of nature as we do.
Rip, it's me.
Oh.
Greetings, travelers, and welcome. I am Huato, chief of Mehuasawan, and this is my son, Shipato. A pleasure to meet you. I thank you for your warm welcome and apologise for our sudden intrusion. I'm Wallaka, station master of Tural railing. The recent earthquake has damaged our tracks and require timber to make repairs. This is Neon and Erenville, who have volunteered to assist us with the restoration effort. Hi. You're a most curious. You have a most curious air about you, of oil and steel, tanned leather, and the faintest hints of fair winds blown from a distant shore. Though I know not where. I gather you are not from these lands. I hail from Eorzea.
I had a different dialogue. For me, it said tender, smell of tender grass from lands unknown because I'm an aura.
Oh,
how
that's
cool
pretty
is that?
cool.
Right.
So I'm gonna act like they've reacted to you, and Shepetto says, "Truly, I'd love to know more about you and your lands you've seen. I'm told your people hold your traditions in the highest, yet I gather you are curious about those of others as well. Ah, but of course nature is boundless, as is our love for her lands and her children. The Hesto in particular have done much to guide our way of life. Where to hunt, to gather, to lay our heads, the Hesto teaches all of these things and more. It is for that reason I believe that we are attuned to the shifting winds around us." I see. That word, Hesto, it means leader of souls in Hestaro tongue, does it not? It does. There are many creatures revered as Hesto among the Hestaro. Here, we look to the Ronique for guidance. However, as you may have gleaned from the use of our earth rites, while we are committed to our traditions, this does not mean we reject our outside influences. That said, there are certain things that give us pause. We will furnish you with the timber you require, but first, as neighbours in this land, we ask that you indulge us in our discussion. We'll be glad to, of course. Wonderful. We do not often receive guests come such a long way, and my son is always so delighted to hear their tales. Now, if you'll follow me.
The ear wiggle. It's so cute. You see that?
Mm.
Well, let's attune so that we don't forget.
Such a gorgeous crystal. I love how it goes from blue and then this orange tint or tint at the bottom.
Right? I do love the diversity in the zones around here. I think they did a very good job with making the zones at least, look different. And they're named different, but I can't say any of the names anyway, so...
I'll get the lookout point for my paladin here.
Of course.
Oh, you have to be level 90 or more.
Oh, wait, you can't, Wait, what do you mean to look out for your... Oh, right, for the experience, right. I see. Yeah, for the lookout, I don't think you can.
You can, you gotta be level 90 or more.
I see.
I got it. I spoke to the wrong person. Hold on, there we go. I will speak frankly. We fear the winds of change will soon bring misfortune to the land. The Ronique have made their potential for danger plain. As you may have heard, their temperament has become erratic of late. Stableman near Ffxiv mentioned that. You know what has caused this? We have our suspicions. Since others were drawn to this land by ceruleum, Tuliyollal has undergone a transformation. Gorgeous sky. And the railroads are part of that. As strong and resilient as they may seem, Ronique are sensitive creatures. The roar of the train as it thunders through the plains may well cause them distress. As my father said, we do not necessarily reject outside influences or innovations, but in this, we can't help but worry. Understandably, I thank you for being forthright. This matter concerns not only the Histaro, but all of Tuliyollal. Perhaps we should bring it to the attention of Valquana. Valquana, you say? We know him only from his rumours, but he is apparently, how shall I put this? Hard-headed and aloof. He values technological advancement and efficiency to the detriment to all else. Sorry, of all else. Small mistakes, it's fine. Mind your tongue, Geppetto. While there is a grain of truth to the rumours, he's not nearly as bad as they make out to be. His journey has changed for the better? Oh, he's a bit awkward, so he tends to get misunderstood. He's a passionate man who cares for his people like his sister.
He is a little awkward, to be honest. I'm gonna go with that.
You go with that one. I'm gonna choose his journeys. His journeys have changed him for the better, I think.
Mine says...
Yeah, you read yours, yeah.
Is that so? Yeah. She says, as we admittedly have never met him ourselves, perhaps we were too quick to judge his intentions.
Hawato says to me, so in the course of travelling with him, you witnessed him change with your own eyes? And Erenville says, Neon fought beside Valquana in the rite of succession. I'd take his word over rumours. You took part in the rite of succession? You're that close to the Dawn Servants. I was grateful for any help, but I had no idea I'd recruited a bona fide hero. Shucks.
Nervous
nothing,
laugh.
yeah.
Yeah.
The succession of Dawn Servants filled us with uncertainty for the future, but there's clearly much we do not know. On this particular occasion, the winds of change are not meant to be feared. No, we must open our hearts and minds that we might seek Valquana for who he truly is. Oof, do you think you might visit someday? Just as his father offered us guidance, I'm hopeful that he will also do the same. Thank you for hearing and allaying our concerns. I'm glad we could speak. As for your timber, we have freshly cut logs near the lake. Please, take all that you require. Wow,
I do have a question.
We're terribly grateful. Oh, sorry. Do you want to ask it now? Or?
No. Oh. I'll ask after the cutscene.
We're terribly grateful. I promise we'll keep the Ronique foremost in our minds as we continue working on the railroad. And if needs be, we'll seek Valquana's counsel. My thanks again for your time and timber. We shall endeavour to return the favour. I hope to see you again soon. Yeah, go ahead and ask a question. What?
So I'm confused. What just happened, as a little bit of a recap, right?
Sure.
Is we arrived to this place where they essentially worship these Ronique, and they're like, listen, these Ronique are upset because you have this railroad and these trains that bother them, and we're like, yes, but we came for the timber so that we can fix the railroad. And then they go and say, yes, it's right there. Here you go.
Yeah, and then, yeah.
And then we take the timber to fix the railroad that bothers Ronique even further.
Yeah, it was a little bit bizarre. Maybe there's more to it.
sure, just take the timber or whatever. It's like we mentioned the Dawn servants, and they're like, oh, really? They don't matter, you know? Who cares? Like, I'm a little puzzled by how they presented this because I expected some sort of, hey, but can we at least talk about this? Can you maybe move your fucking railroad or something? No? No?
I am going to be curious how this plays out now. I must admit, it was a bit bizarre because I followed along quite well with that as well and was like, wait, what? So, Walika says, with more than enough timber to fix the tiles, now we might need to transport it to the station, which will be a bit more involved than I thought. I didn't expect we were given so much. Mind waiting here a spell and round up a few more hands on the Ronique? I won't be long. I'm glad that...
Yeah, I don't... Oh, sorry, didn't know there was more. Yeah.
I'm glad that went well, and thankfully it seems we won't need to make several trips for the timber. And new armor? Go for it, go ahead. Go ahead, V.
I don't know what I was gonna say. It wasn't anything anything super important, but I am a little concerned about this. Oh, we get new swords. I actually really like this one. Okay.
What's yours look like?
It's like a greenish
No,
sword,
V,
but when I sheathe it,
you can get your sword out and I can see it.
Oh, I forgot that you can see my screen. So it I love the glow. The glow is actually red, but when you sheathe it, it's like a greenish.
Can you put it on your character and get it out?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, okay. I was like waiting. I'm like staring at your character going, show me. I'm a paladin at heart as well. We're all waiting for you. Shall I read quests while we're waiting?
Stop, no pressure, stop it. Stop, wait. How do I... sheath. Did I sheath? Is there a button to sheath? How do I do it?
Wait, why
Help
are you...
me.
Are your characters not doing anything? Is it Z?
Do I have to? No, I have a different.
I'm not mouse and keyboard.
I think.
I just press L3. Do /
Yeah, I'm in emotes right now, so I'll do it like this.
Okay, you don't have to get
I'll
your...
give you
Is it X or C or something? No, is it X or...
I don't know, I forgot to play this game. There's I have a...
Can you like press X and see what X does? Oh.
There we go.
That's a nice sword. I really like the... Oh.
It is.
Well, I can't see a shield because you hide a shield, but I think I remember seeing a shield and saying how good it was. Alright, I'll continue reading.
Oh, there we go. I think I made it.
I can see it on you, but I don't see... You haven't got
I have to emote again?
Well, you could just... Okay, it's okay. I'll find it. I'll see it in fights. I'm gonna talk to Erenville, and the quest is called...
There we go. This is my battle stance.
Okay, I'm gonna talk about the... Okay, I was gonna say something. Level 96, and it's called And the Land Would Tremble. And by the way, we've now just hit over halfway point of the MSQ. We've only just turned to 96. So, like, just... While we wait, we could get started moving the timber somewhere more accessible. It shouldn't take long if we split the work.
No.
Yeah, one of these. Yeah.
Wait, I'm getting attacked by my doggo.
Deliver the crate of timber to the main road. You have 2 minutes to complete the task. Should you fail, return here and begin anew.
Oh god. Oh! Fast.
There's a concerned herder over there.
I do like that line when they say, should your arms give out. Like, I think that's what they were doing in Endwalker during those daily quests in Arcasadara. There was another quest like that, and they were always like, should your arms give out or something. It was funny.
The daily quest where?
For the Arcasadara, for the tribe.
Oh, I didn't do any of that.
So fun. Oh, for me.
2 minutes, so easy, but in case you got aggro, I guess. It's music, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. The vibe.
I should think this will be enough. Ah, that was mighty kind of you to move all of that lumber. Sorry we didn't make it back sooner. Oh, that is a big hairy boy. He's got a bit of spiky hair as well. We'll see to the rest. Once we've repaired the I said once we've repaired the cracks. Once we've repaired the tracks, we'll have you on the first train out of town. Ain't that right, Chief? As much as I'd love to make it so, there aren't many spots available. You'll have to wait for one after, I'm afraid. But you'll be riding free of charge. It's the least we can do to repay your kindness. That's fine. Namika and know a few others were here long before we arrived. It's only right they go before us. Music. I hope you'll stop by and see the train off. It's a breathtaking sight, let me tell you.
This big boy looks kind of like Wawlika.
And Nitawike will be driving. No engineer compares to her, and it's always a treat to watch her work. Jesus Christ, I'm so distracted here. The only work we should be worried about is our own, Shenza, and we've still more work to do.
More work.
I'll find somewhere quiet near the station to pass the time. If there's anything else in the Tuliyollal you're keen to see, I'll leave you to it.
Not him trying to get us to do side quests.
Oh, it's behind us. Yeah, we'll use Mount. It's a good trek back to Tuliyollal again.
You want to ride with me?
It's alright. You can catch up though. Oh, don't be offended.
I was asking for companionship and not. That's fine. That's fine. I'll just.
Oh my god. Oh my god, you're literally right behind me. I
will just go on my own. If we had two cars and we were going in the same direction, would you drive your own car to not sit in a car with me?
Alright, so
like, oh yeah, you're right behind me.
Alright, so Eorzea soon. I'm just gonna read Kappa. How do y'all feel of the sights? Well, they appear to have almost finished. Upon proceeding, several cutscenes will play in sequence. There you go, V. It's recommended set aside sufficient time. Are you ready for movie night? Yeah. I'm gonna try and stay quiet for the cutscene so it doesn't break immersion as well.
We have to try so
I also,
hard, yeah. Let's do it.
I also maybe in load screen longer than you, so be careful no spoilers for me. Miss V.
Alright, click and then I'll click in like 2 or 3 seconds or something.
I already clicked. I'm on load screen right now.
Oh shit, oh.
I'm still on load screen though. I've been on load screen for quite a while. Tell you when it starts to play. Mine's still on load screen.
There you go.
Nope, not me yet. And it just started.
A glorious grand machine indeed. I hope Namika was able to secure a seat. Here she comes!
Thanks to you, we managed to resume service much faster than anticipated. You have our gratitude.
There's nothing so enchanting as a cerulean-powered engine in motion.
Johnny.
Ain't that the truth? Don't think I'll ever tire of watching them chugging along. They make wagons look like toys.
And so long as we can lay the tracks, she can go on and on and on.
Before you know it, she'll be crossing the entire continent.
What about Ronique?
Railroads are a somewhat recent addition to Tural. As it stands, we can only ferry folks as far as Yasolani. And from an operational standpoint, we still have much to learn. There's always some problem or another to deal with. But we'll keep working at it. We'll hone our craft and continue expanding till one day, our trains are running coast to coast. That's the ultimate dream.
Sounds like America.
I think it's an excellent choice in music for that cutscene so far. I'm presuming there's more because it did say several cutscenes. Yeah. But yeah, excellent choice in music for this scene. And yeah, that guy was definitely a Johnny from FF7 Remake. Or a Rush.
Goodness, I completely lost track of time. By now, I expect the train will be nearing Yasolani. When it returns, we'll see you on your way. So if you've got any preparations to make, you better make them quick.
Not another one? You can't be serious.
Oh.
Wow.
And star meme. Screenshot.
Right.
That's a good thumbnail, that.
Gods have mercy.
Oh.
Not good.
Second primal, maybe? We've only fought one if I remember rightly.
Flying. What's happening?
Or is it a dungeon?
The train, Nitobekwe and the others.
Is he about to say what in the flying fuck is happening?
My home lies that way as well.
Oh, Erenville's home's that way.
We're going to investigate. Right now!
Okay, well that just escalated. Because we were heading to another zone.
What does that have to do with anything?
Yeah,
you know?
I don't know, yeah. It's like, I you know, no spoilers now, I guess, but it's very Zodiac looking colour. I know that ended now, but... Huh?
Hello?
Oh.
Aliens? What?
What is this now? What is
Star
it?
Wars?
I was thinking now, it's very sci-fi, isn't it?
They're dressed like me.
Dude, is this the Empire again? Galleon? Call me curious though.
What in the world? Are they heading for Tuliyollal?
That's
so
such a cool shot.
Nothing to do with Ronique, right?
It looks like it. We need to follow the airship. Hell yeah.
Right. We need to get back right away.
Oh, now I'm actually a bit excited. It's like finally something like...
Get it.
I feel like something finally is like happening, like something ramping up a bit here. Like, you know, not taking... But, oh, look at the distance, this tower structure. Oh, I'm excited. Oh, I'm excited. Oh, I'm very curious.
Now I'm actually very curious to find out what Wuk Lamat is gonna do to fix this.
Yeah, that's also true. I mean, she's now, you know, what did they call it?
She has the mic, right?
Yeah, but essentially, I forgot what the title was now that she was got. I keep calling her champion, but you know. What was it called now?
Speaking of.
I'm still on load screen, so be careful you don't react before I do now. I'm sorry.
I did already give you a spoiler, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
It's alright. I've only just got here. So you might hear me delay reacting on you now.
Heavens forfend.
Jesus.
You're here. Good, good.
Oh, Wuk
They
Lamat,
came
yeah.
from the sky and attacked without any warning.
What have they done to my Final Fantasy?
The people need our help.
Oh my god. Oh, are they?
I don't know.
Whoa, okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Can you stand?
Try to remain calm, everyone.
What the?
Star Wars? Squid Games?
I don't know what they are, but
Oh!
they're not men.
Oh my god, I'm getting upset. My dog's getting upset too.
Oh my god.
Someone help me, please! Oh, oh.
Bastard!
Oh no no. Unexpected.
What did it just do?
Thank you.
Save the things. Just get to safety.
Oh no.
I'll hold the line here. Fall back to the palace. Quickly, before it's overrun.
Thank you, Bakul Jaja.
That armor is gorgeous.
This is simply how I do things now. So, who wants to taste my
You'll see it a
blade
bit.
next?
What the fuck just happened? What?
Who? So we need to talk a minute before we choose the next cutscene in a second. If there's not more, I'm still on load screen.
Oh,
Is there more?
there's
Okay,
more.
I'm waiting because I'm still gonna be a bit behind you still.
I'll be careful not to directly spoil you.
Yeah, no worries.
The music though, oh.
Holy.
That you should still live.
Luke Skywalker moment.
By the gods, what has happened to you?
This is your butchery, isn't it? After everything you've done in service to the throne, how could you betray us?
My demand is simple. The dissolution of Tuliyollal and surrender of all its territories. Refuse, and I will kill every last one of you.
Unbelievable.
Have you gone mad?
No, my ambition remains unchanged. To teach the masses the folly of war, that they cry out for peace, and thus rid the world.
What has changed you so much, and in so short a time? To harm the very people you swore to serve. This is an unforgivable deed committed by my son. My son!
Makes sense.
You have heard my ultimatum.
And you will have my
Not gonna lie, I
answer.
want that glamour.
By my hands, I will end your madness.
Papa, wait! I should be the one to do this.
No. His sins are mine to bear.
Fear not. Eorzea is strong. He has never been father's equal in combat.
I believed you long dead. To have the chance to kill you myself is an unforeseen blessing.
That must be so difficult.
Farewell, Eorzea, my son. And forgive me.
I don't get it.
What?
Despite
Okay.
his old age, the mighty Gulul Jaja remains a fearsome foe indeed.
You retain the vitality of 2 souls, despite the passing of 1. I shall even the odds.
Papa? No!
Even the blessed are mortal.
Father!
I'll do it.
You are no match for me.
Murderer. On my honor, as vow of resolve, I'll make you pay!
So the once faint-hearted girl would live up to her title. Very well. If only to demonstrate the disparity between us, I give you a chance to prove
Unbelievable.
yourself. Rally the entirety of your strength. Lay siege to my kingdom. Strike me down, like I did, father. Then will you be his worthy successor?
Tural, wait!
My warships will remain in your skies. When you fail to prove your worth, I shall order them to lay waste to Tuliyollal. Choose your next steps wisely.
I'll wait for you to
I don't know if they're gonna be able to heal him. V, 20 minutes ago we were collecting wood. Now we have
yes.
the Empire Strikes Back in FF14. What the hell?
Right?
God, if you zoom in on him, he's got blood around his mouth and teeth. He is blinking though, so he's technically alive, spoiler alert. He is blinking though.
Good luck to him though.
Yeah. And his cut is pretty deep. Like, I went through him, right?
It's not looking good.
I'm gonna actually talk. Oh my god, Kenton Ram, are you meditating? Oh my god, he's meditating. Let me read what he says. He says, 12 have mercy. Alyssa says, we did everything we could. Everything. But it simply wasn't enough. Kryl says, I can scarcely believe my eyes. Alpha No says, how could this happen? Koana says, Father No, this cannot be. Erenville says...
Is he really blinking though?
Yeah, go and check the dead body. Well, not dead body, but go and check the floor. Erenville just says...
Yeah, he is moving.
Yeah, he's breathing and moving, and he's blinking. But, spoiler, I guess.
Maybe he has like final words or something. Maybe he's gonna be alive for as long as we stand here.
Yeah. All of the dead bodies around.
I'll read Wuk Lamat when you're ready.
Sure, you can read whenever you're ready. Do you want to say anything about the scene, or should we just... Let's finish this first.
Yeah, I'd like to... Actually, this is a new quest. You're right. Yeah, I do want to talk about this. First of all, it is very... My first impression when we started with the cutscene was that it's very tech-packed. And I was like, we've never seen this kind of tech in FF14, and it's such a bold step because at the end of the day, it's a fantasy game, and we've never seen things like actual electricity and things like that. Because normally, yes, even though this is probably magic and not electricity or technology or whatever, it's always been ether. It's always been, other forces, but not electricity itself. This looks very techy. I'm not gonna lie, I do love the colors. Like, I think that the purple and the orange on their armor and on their swords, it just looks so gorgeous. But they are fucking lethal. And what I don't understand is how he managed to amass such power and basically get this sort of, I don't want to say deal or a pact or whatever it is that happens. They did hint it, and I remember just before we stopped playing for a while, I remember that there was a hint that, he did get something, that, he was able to do something to kind of increase his odds or something like that, but I never expected this, and I am very curious to find out what it is that he did to, I want to say, indebt himself to the point that he's received this power, because nothing is free, and especially not this kind of army, because he didn't have it. And I think, as someone who's watched, let's say, Arcane, that this kind of power that you get by altering your own body, even World of Warcraft with like the story of Fel and whatnot, I think that there's no such thing as free lunch, and at the end of the day, it is something, whatever it is, it's doing something to him, something that it's not supposed to be doing. And as we watched the WoW movie recently, that scene with the father and the son, it really kind of did remind me of that Makara scene where you could, I don't want to give any spoilers, but where you could see the strength between someone who is natural versus someone who has some sort of power, yes, that they're not supposed to have. I am in shock.
Yeah, my first impressions was like we were collecting wood, and I thought we were just going to get on the train and then get to the next zone. I did not expect to see this purple, orby, whatever this thing was. It looked very Zodiac purple to me. And I was like, obviously I knew that the whole Zodiac thing had ended, but they were very reminiscent of that. And I thought it was maybe some orb, and I thought maybe we'd go there, and it was either going to be a primal or a dungeon. That's what I thought. Nope. We end up seeing literally these stormtroopers from Star Wars coming down and obliterating all these innocent people. And I'm going to give you huge credit in a minute to something as well, but seeing this very sci-fi on the ear, this circular thing that lights up red and blue, augmenting, I'm guessing, the strength or power of whatever. This to me rings very similar to me to I know you've not played it, V, but Horizon Zero Dawn. In Horizon Zero Dawn, the character gets a kind of an earpiece, and it's kind of an augmentation kind of thing. Very similar to that. I was very, very, very surprised to see it. I agree with you. We don't normally see this kind of tech. We don't normally see this kind of... Well, you don't really see any technology in this game, really, when it comes to that kind of thing. Like you say, it's either ether or something else, or maybe it's some sort of Sid contraption, or just straight up magic. But seeing technology in a way where we're seeing these like sci-fi ships coming down looked very Imperial-esque at times, but this is just different. This is very augmented, and I'm going to credit you for something that you might have forgotten that you said. I remember months ago when we did play one of the earlier parts of the story, you said that with Wuk Lamat, she does come across as quite immature and quite naive, and I still stand by that. But you said, and I remember vividly you saying that, you know, classically in stories or narratively, it's always about someone who appears to be quite naive, weak, who has a loss and comes back feeling extra strong. Now is this Wuk Lamat's turning point of becoming this stronger character now? Is she going to have a change of direction? You know, like Estinian kind of has this like kind of cold-hearted approach. Is she going to change, or is she just going to have revenge? Is she bloodthirsty now? Is she going to be reckless, like a loose cannon? I'm very intrigued by that, and I'm worried. Not worried. I'm wondering so much if you're right on that note. If you've just hit the nail on the head, because ironically now Wuk Lamat, like 2 or 3 videos back when you mentioned that, has now just had a loss. So is this the turning point, or is this something more? And moving forward, I do not know where else this is going to go. I'm dying to say something here. I'm going to be super careful, Gavi, because I know you want to play it, and I'll be very, very careful what I say. This purple sci-fi techie something reminds me of a particular, I'm going to call it stage in Kingdom Hearts. I think it was Kingdom Hearts 2. I can actually reference, I can say the name of what it is, and I don't think I'd give away much anyway, because it's a movie. So I don't know if I could say that or not, but for the sake of it, I won't. But it's almost like very reminiscent of that for me. It's almost like a vibe I'm getting as well by the way they're dressed up. They look almost very like a ninja-y, you know, like with this like, armor on, and like the way that they're, you know, the guy was fighting with a dual-handed spear, whatever you want to call that, a polearm, I guess, or a two-bladed spear. I'm really intrigued, and I have to just say one last thing. I know I've been talking for a while now, but from 90 to 95 of the MSQ, it's been this like slow build up, this world building, and then I thought, oh, the Western area is starting to really ramp up a little bit more. Just felt a bit more engaging in quest. Aesthetically, the area and the zone was really nice, but then now, now it's Final Fantasy 14. In my opinion,
right?
You know,
I think so.
I think it's really built up really well. I think I'm now starting to appreciate the world building, because it's been a slow pace and breaking you into the story. But now it's like, okay, well, now it's Final Fantasy 14. Now shit's gone down. Where are we going to go from here? Sorry, go on, V. You were going to say something.
Yes, when it comes to their armor, I did mention it during the cutscene, and maybe we were in different parts of the cutscene when that happened. I'm not sure if you saw Squid Games, the show.
I haven't actually, so we need to watch that.
I'm not going to spoil it for you, but the one thing that I don't think is much of a spoiler is that there are certain people within the, I guess, their hierarchy that have these PlayStation basically symbols on their helms. So some people will have a square, some people will have a triangle, X and whatnot, circle. So when I saw these helms with a triangle, basically, that was the first association for me, and how ruthless they were. I'm not gonna spoil you the show or to anyone who is watching this, but it was definitely a very, very reminiscent moment. And when it comes to Wuk Lamat in general, I didn't want, obviously, anything bad to happen to her. I wanted her to have a character growth, but I think that the character growth without at least a little bit of trauma or some sort of, life experience that scars you a little bit is inevitable. I didn't expect that a child will basically commit regicide in the ex-regicide, if you want to call it, because he did kind of, relinquish the throne in favor of the other vows. But at the same time, it's a very difficult thing to go through, and we still, at the end of the day, don't exactly know if he's dead. As I'm standing here, he is still moving his head and blinking. So I think we should do another quest and find out what's happening to him, because maybe he has something to say to us before we move on.
I just want to add something really quick though. You mentioned about someone's loss and how it's almost inevitable that someone can grow from this loss, and I actually agree. And not only from storytelling or from a narrative, but I think in real life as well. Because without going too deep or maybe offering a bit of depression conversation here, but when I lost my father in real life, obviously it was incredibly sad, but I also got incredibly stronger from it. And it kind of like was a 2.0 version of myself, and having that loss made me feel so much stronger, almost because of what I suppose I felt I had to be. And I feel like that's something that is very relatable to us people who are just sitting here playing games. And again, this is just Final Fantasy being relatable is one of the reasons why we love Final Fantasy, because in one way or another you take something away from it that is just so relatable to you. So are you ready to talk? Yeah. Or did you want to add something to that?
Yeah, no, I didn't want to say much. Honestly, I'm quite curious about the story. Without further ado, I do want to continue with the quest, because who knows what's going to happen. Maybe who knows, maybe all of this is just wrong assumptions. Maybe he's going to be fine, and maybe I can just, be naive here for just a second and say, maybe everything turns out to be okay, because he is visibly moving. They would not add these subtle, moving mechanics to his body if it wasn't evident that he is still alive. Maybe we technically kill him by doing this quest.
Because we waited so long not to revive him.
He's just waiting to die at this point. It's like, please do the quest so that I can go.
I haven't read any of Wuk Lamat's messages yet, so have you finished the quest yet?
I've finished, yes.
So she said, no, Papa, can't die. He can't. And then I'm handing in the quest now. And then the next quest is called No Time for Tears, yeah? You want to read this one, yeah?
Wuk Lamat is struggling to process, what she has witnessed. How could this happen? That's the quest.
Yep. And cutscene. And remember, I'm going to be delayed.
Enough. I am beyond saving.
Father, please. You can't give up.
Are you there, oh friend?
I'm right here. I'm right here.
Look after my children.
What? I'm an old fossil like you. We've only got so many years left. But if that's what you want, it would be an honor.
You and I must go on another journey together someday.
Aye, you can count on it.
Yes, Papa.
The graves of the Yokwi. You saw them, yes? I always found their teachings comforting.
Please, Father, you must save their strength.
Our flesh may wither and die, but so long as we are remembered, we are never truly gone. Through you, my hopes survive. Through you, I live on. So do not mourn me. Walk tall and see our nation to a brighter future.
Tense.
Are you done with the cutscene?
Yeah, I'm done.
Well, I guess that was inevitable.
Yeah, we figured that was so. I mean, his body's no longer here. I guess they've cleared it all up a lot.
I have two things to say.
Sure.
One is that I think that this is the first time that I felt like FF14 was made, I don't want to say gruesome, but like I think the gore was for the first time. It was something that I've never felt in Final Fantasy 14 before. Sure, there was blood, there was, you know, this or that, but then like when he coughed and like a little bit of blood came out of his mouth, I felt like it was a step in a certain direction. And I feel like they're pushing this boundary of what's, you know, fantasy and what we imagine it looks like when someone is wounded or dying or whatever, and now they're actually giving us more blood and showing us these things. So I feel that there's a difference there. And I actually I think for the first time of ever doing this MSQ, it kind of made me tear up a little bit because of, for me, how relatable it was, as I too have lost someone in the family in a similar, well, not a similar fashion, but with a similar, I guess, attitude that he had when he was dying. That is pretty much how I feel about, you know, death and mourning, which is something that you already know, but, you know, others might not. So when it comes to mourning, I believe in less mourning and more living according to, you know, the principles that celebrate someone who is gone. So him actually saying that, it was very relatable, and I can only imagine how stressful it was for you to watch this cutscene for a different reason, but still.
Yeah, I must admit, I can see they've upped their game of the gore. I don't think they've crossed any boundary of adding too much gore, because FF14 is a very immersive game, I think, especially for an MMO. Like, you know, for us two who've been playing the base, you know, base WoW and playing a bit of Burning Crusade, you know, it's immersive in a very different way. This game is immersive for its absolute storytelling. I do think it's walking that fine line of, you know, this, like, the fine line that you said. But I think that adding this little bit of blood has added to just a fraction of extra more immersion. And I think that FF14 is or Final Fantasy really, but Final 14 is a really powerful game because of its relatability. And so I think when they're going all in with maybe a message or a theme that scene is meant to represent, or expansion, they're going to go all in with it. And this one clearly has something to do with obviously Wuk Lamat's loss as well as Quana. But I think I'm not going to lie and say I really enjoyed it. Like, I didn't mind the extra bit of blood. I think it did add a bit more seriousness tone to the game, because I think it has been feeling a bit more light-hearted. There's been a lot more jazz music playing. There's been a lot more silly moments with Wuk Lamat and all this, her getting spat on in the face, and been a lot of comedical moments in the game. And I think that it's nice that the tone shifted a lot. And I think that for me, I prefer dark, gritty things, and I like that change of, okay, now we're getting serious now. Okay, this Star Troopers or whatever come down and slaughter in this town city. Wuk Lamat has had this loss now. Where are we going from here? And I find I'm just more intrigued now than I was before, where I think one of the zones, forgive me for not remembering the name of the zone, and forgive me for not knowing exactly what, but it was when we were, not the one with the alpacas, but the one after that, when we were doing quests for, was it like this float thing? And you remember what I mean now, V? Yeah. So we were going around, and it was very nice, and it was very very nice world building in that regard. And I'm someone who now, having a few months to digest it, I actually now appreciate the world building. Yes, it can be slow the first time we go through, but I do think that we're rewarded heavily for the world building eventually. And I think already, now that we've explored most of these zones that we've needed to world build in, we're only going to reap the rewards now with a serious tone shift of it. And yeah, I'm honestly thrilled with the way it's going, and it's almost like I called it myself, because I felt that 90 to 95 of Dawntrail felt a little bit slow for my liking, and didn't quite feel FF14 to be. Now, from like literally from what 2 sessions we've had or whatever of recording, is we are going home. Like, this is it. We're now in 14. I'm genuinely really excited again. And it could be the fact that the story shifted, and it could have been my break. It could have been a combination of both. But man, have I really, really enjoyed every moment of being back. Like the music, the serious tone of the game shift. I'm really I'm taking the time away. Something I've appreciated more than I thought I would, or more than I did before, is music. They've really chosen their musics well for certain scenes. And the whole, just the Dawntrail theme, the da da na 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 na, can be really cheerful, or they can add it into a song and make it really sad. And it's the same tune, just tone shifted, and it's so beautiful.
Genius. Yeah, not a lot of songs can do that.
No, like it's the same song. Like you have the combat that probably has this theme in there somewhere. You have the main title screen. You have the trailer, the cinematic trailer for the game. Then you have it for certain scenes, for sad moments. Genius idea, but man, does it make all the difference. And like, I
think we're actually very fortunate. Sorry for
continue.
Interrupting you. I think we're very fortunate to have started after our break right at this time, because we could have taken a break anywhere else, and I think that somehow we chose the right moment to take a break and then come back, because all of these, like the break and playing other games and doing other things, I think it's made this experience a lot better.
Yeah, and Yoshi,
I like what we did.
Yeah, Yoshi P actually insists on that. Like he wants people to play other games. Okay, we took it right in the middle of the base of expansion. Not ideal, but we've come back and we've really appreciated it. There was something else I was going to say as well. Forgive me for not remembering. It'll come back to me in a few minutes, but I'm genuinely so excited now.
Me too.
I feel like I was going somewhere with saying about taking a break and coming back, but I can't remember. It'll come back to me, and I'll mention it in a few minutes. But yeah, I hope people are still enjoying this episode. We're still gonna be recording a bit longer. We're excited to see what's gonna happen next. So when you're ready, V, we'll continue. Unless there was anything else you wanted to say.
I've been trying so hard not to sneeze. Like I sneezed like 3 times during the cutscene. I was trying not to do that at that time, and cutscene again. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's fine, no worries.
So I'll wait, because it's the one where you read, so I'll read her dialogue.
I'm in now, so you can read.
Right. So you wanna go?
I'll read the Landsguard soldier, yeah. Thou Wuk Lamat, thou Kwana, I bring word from the city. The enemy is withdrawn, and the Landsguard have begun rendering aid to the people. Casualties within our ranks have hindered progress, but we continue to do all we can. Want me to recon as well?
Sure.
I thank you for your report. Please inform the guard they are to prioritise such efforts until further notice. Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go and try not to die now.
Yeah.
The people. I need to help them.
We will assist you in whatever way we can, of course.
Thank you. Thank you. There are sure to be wounded everywhere, more than I could count. We'll split up and help all of them. You can count on us. Alphino and Alice, could you take Bayside Bevy and Kryl and Aaronville the palace perimeter? As for V, Neon, please come to the Resplendent Quarter with me. We'll all meet back here afterwards.
Beautiful music.
Yeah.
That one always gets me, that one.
Not Alize and Alphino coming back from Garlandwold hoping for a little bit of vacation after death and winter there, only to come here and pretty much find themselves in this situation again. I honestly, I feel for them, you know, they're having a hard time escaping death and just people struggling all over.
I'm still load screen from that cutscene, so I'll catch up. Oh, is it here? I can't read it because the NPCs haven't spawned. If that's where we go,
we can.
Oh, we have to leave.
We can
okay.
Use the Aetherite, yeah.
I'm going to the Resplendent Quarter.
The cutscene is.
Yeah, V.
Like these cutscenes
take this,
today.
V, just take this.
What? Take what? Where? Oh, yes.
And then go to the Resplendent Quarter. I'm going to be on the load screen for a little bit. New PCs here.
Thank you.
New PCs here.
Wait, mount unavailable? I'm outside. What?
No, you can't mount in a city. We're in a city, even if it's outside, right? Rudani's outside.
That's true.
I hate it when you're right, Neon.
A little bit.
Should we take the left side first? You were halfway up the stairs, I think.
I don't know where I went. Yes,
that's
I
fine.
went right. No, that's fine.
Oh, you
citizen, that's you.
Oh, okay, I can read this, citizen.
Sure.
Thanks. I think I'm alright. Did you see them? Those soldiers? They look like people, but they're killed with no hesitation. Excuse me. If they attack us again, how can we hope to defend ourselves? There's another one over here upstairs. A weeping citizen.
Honestly, I'm so glad that we're doing this as an offline recording. Not that I don't trust our communities, but this is such a spoilery territory that people might be tempted to say something like, "Oh, here it goes, here it comes," you know, just like this little bit of foreshadowing. And honestly, I feel like we protected ourselves from that at the right time.
I think you're right. I'll let you read this one.
Thank you, Mister. But my husband and son, they were.
Oh, damn.
That actually is
heartbreaking.
horrible.
Like,
what's she gonna do? What is she to do?
I don't know where the other one is. I'm just looking for him.
I don't know. I'm just following you at this point.
Oh, okay. Guessing up the stairs.
And this is exactly what you were saying. The music is that exact theme, but now it's just it's
slower,
just
sadder, different, different shift in tone and everything. My thanks. I'll be fine now. But we failed to protect the people. Why did so many have to die? Where were Val Wuk Lamat and Val Kwana?
Oh god, here we go.
Oh, they're not to blame. I understand. I do, but I need to clear my head. Alright, back to the
an amount of people will blame them.
Of course.
But what could they have done? Like, how do you control aliens attacking you? Literally.
At this stage, they're looking for someone to blame, and because they're in some form of power already, they feel like they've got someone to blame. And sometimes that's why people want someone to have the title, so that they have someone to blame, so that they feel better for it. Is this a girl? It's a little kid, but you can do it. The fossil citizen.
Thank you. I thought I was done for. I heard something disturbing. The enemy leader, they say he looked like Zoralja. But that can't be true, can it? Why would the first promise attack his own people? But if it was him, what happens now? Is he going to come back? What do we do if he does? Was I befuddled enough?
I think so. Oh, there's a lookout point there. Right in merchant. I'll do this one.
Oh god, here he goes.
Thank you. The pain is better now, but I can't stop shaking. Where did they come from? Why did they attack us? And why are those things still in the sky? We had peace in the Galuljaya. We were safe. But now...
Oh, wait. Oh, you're on the lookout, right?
I was, yeah. Oh, and I went the wrong way, but I jumped all the way down, and you can, depending on if it's male or female, you can start reading if you want. I'll run up there.
Okay, I'll try to find them.
You're around the corner from
No,
that.
that was actually Wuk Lamat, because we've helped everyone. So.
Oh yeah, you can read whenever you're ready.
She's talking to a soldier, I think, or a citizen, or someone who's not doing too well.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's a cutscene.
Oh, good timing. It's alright. I've spoken to her.
You finished dating the people here. Thank you. There were children among the wounded. Children. No, now isn't the time. There are still others who need help. Could you go and see how things are at Talon March, and afterwards go and find Alizade and Bayside Bevy? You know what? I'm actually happy she's keeping it together. Like, she's not frozen.
No, and she's not being weak. She's like, no, I've got to keep it together, you know?
It's a pleasant surprise.
It is, but I also kind of appreciate that from her. Because she's finally, like, sort of... what's the word? Coming through for her people, if you like. Well, that's the wrong word, but you know what I mean? Like, she's keeping it together for her people.
It's the right
here.
word, I think. Yeah, because she is helping, and she's putting aside how she feels, even though everyone's grieving. But also, she's the one not injured, whereas everyone else is injured. So I think she's, essentially doing a really good thing.
There's no evidence of significant damage from the battle. The fighting did not spread this far, it seems. Oh god, I kind of like this kind of parts of quest where we're going around and checking the town and city, and we're told, as from a narrative perspective, the battles didn't destroy this area of the city, so that you are aware, even if you can visually see it. You're still told, Of a destination.
Oh, this part is This part is a little different.
Yeah, it loaded up for me. The fresh scorch marks on the ground are doubtless from the enemy assault. Oh my god, V. Over here.
This is looking worse and worse and worse.
The shop appears to have weathered the chaos, though its wares have been strewn across the floor.
I mean, even for the ordinary people, this is an incredible amount of damage. Like, you go to work one day and you bring your stuff to sell, and now you have nothing.
Yeah, it's everywhere, yeah. Surveying the port, which doesn't look damaged. The port remains unscathed, but the enemy ships continue to loom overhead. Oh yeah, if you look up, V.
I'm looking.
That's cool, yeah.
It's very ominous because you know that they're not done.
No, and he said that we will not withdraw until you can't defend the or something like we'll withdraw when you can't basically defend. Basically, is that what it said?
What he said is that they're withdrawing the ships, but when she fails to essentially save, when she fails to defeat him, as he wants her to try, he wants her to try to come at him with everything she's got, and he wants to defeat her, and he said, when I defeat you, I will basically burn Tuliyollal to ashes.
Damn.
So he's waiting for her to lose to just basically kill everyone. That's how I understood it. I've helped all those who I could find and seen them delivered into the Landsguard's care. As many casualties as there are, it would have been worse if the Landsguard hadn't fought as bravely as they did. And if Zoralja actually meant to harm the people. I mean, look around. The buildings are hardly damaged. I suspect his aim was more to incite fear, to show that he could strike whenever he pleases. But we can discuss that later. How is Lamachi? Even after what happened to her father, she's trying so hard to fulfill her duty to the people. Still, everyone has their limits. She needs rest, and soon. Someone mentioned seeing her head towards the shore. Perhaps she's gone to the Gornituk Gleam Sands. Not gonna lie, I don't know what that is. I don't remember anymore.
It's just an area, I think. It's the beach name. Right there, yeah. I really like that you oh, there's another lookout point. I'll get that one later.
ADHD.
No, it's glowing. It's in front of me. It's shiny, it's sparkly. I really like that the game did a good job in telling the story that you just pointed out, with you saying, oh, Wuk Lamat's keeping it together, and then Alice is like, well, she's still keeping it together for her people. So I really was proud of that. Cutscene.
Oh no!
Steady now.
Oh, I know who that is.
I brought you medicine. Drink.
There you are, Lamachi. I was beginning to...
Oh no.
Come on. Come on. Take it. Please.
Lamachi. Lamachi!
How could I?
Look at me, Lamachi. You need rest. You and him both. I will tend to this soul.
But my people... I have to help them.
The Landsguard have matters well in hand. Trust in them. If there's another attack, your people will need you to protect them. They'll need you to be sharp. So please rest. Consider it your duty.
Oh god, this music.
I stood before them all. Said that we'd build a nation where everyone knows happiness. So much for that promise. What good is a vow of resolve who cannot save her people?
We'll handle this together.
This moment, I think, yeah.
Yeah, we'll handle this together.
I'm not at the dialogue yet. I think I'm late. Oh, there we go.
You'll catch up to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that
You'll stick
as
with
well.
me.
The other one was so mean.
It was a bit, actually.
My head's a little clearer now. I need to concentrate on what I can do rather than what I can't. We've dealt with unfriendly factions before. From Yokhui still longing for conquest, to adherents of blessed siblings, people who are unwilling to listen. Even so, I believe that by learning about one another and engaging in good faith, we could peacefully settle our differences. And we did. My brother is different. There will be no reasoning with him. He killed our people, our father. He'll stop at nothing to achieve his goal.
The lighting's gorgeous.
What's more, he has power.
Right.
The power to destroy the peace we've worked so hard to preserve. If I'm to protect that peace, then I must fight. I must confront Eorzea and kill him.
Finally, ruthlessness.
I'll wait until we're out the cutscene and stuff. Or if we're gonna run in A to B, I'll talk about things. Or I can talk now because we're on a load screen. But I'll hang fire a second.
Yeah.
She's here. Over to you when you're ready.
There's no cutscene, yeah.
No, you can read. It's fine. Continue.
I wasn't gonna read. I wanted to hear what you had to say.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna say I think there's a fine line for her of character development with the loss, but also recklessness now. Because normally comes with a lot of anger. You can get really reckless with, like, you know, with what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, if you're seeking revenge, you can even seek your death. So I think you need to be careful that, you know, the anger doesn't take control to the point where you're not, you know, the anger takes control and you become weaker, essentially. That makes sense. I think there's a fine line there.
It does, but I don't think at this point that she is trying to get revenge. I think that she is literally just trying to protect the people who are left, because I think she would have reacted differently if she had lost everything. I don't think she would be going around and you know, essentially trying to kill him. I think she's trying to kill him because there is literally no other way to stop him from destroying everything and everyone else. I think she's still keeping it together and realizing that there are still people to protect. Maybe it's a little graphic to say, I'm gonna go kill my brother, you know, because he killed her father, and she's had a rough day, you know. If she says something she doesn't mean, this is actually the first time that I'm feeling a little bit of empathy for her.
Yeah.
So I think even if she's saying the wrong thing, it's been a long day for her, and she did not catch her break today at all.
No,
Like,
and she's going around and attending the wounded.
So, you know, even if she says something like this, I'm ready to accept that she's in distress. The moment I saw that red robe at the beach, I was like, oh no, you know, that's the one thing that she had yet to lose, except for Koana, I suppose.
Yeah.
But you know, like I don't know. I didn't expect that they're gonna do it. But the moment I saw her just kneeling down on the beach, she is helping people, but she wouldn't just be kneeling down like that next to a random person, I don't think, and she wouldn't be crying over just about everyone because she hasn't really lost her composition, I feel, over anything else apart from someone who's literally been her family. So it is, she's had a day, you know, so I'll forgive her today.
Yeah, for sure. You know, as much as we've you know, mentioned before how we were unsure about Wuk Lamat as a character and that, you know, this naiveness, I'm now becoming to enjoy her a bit more now. And her voice, some people have like hated on her voice a lot more and stuff like that in this, where I can see where people are coming from. It's never been a factor for me, and if anything, for me, since coming back, I'm actually relieved to hear her voice again. It's like a beloved character that I, you know, it's like a friendly voice, you know, I don't know, familiar voice maybe, I don't know.
I agree, but I also feel like she's now speaks in a little bit of a deeper voice.
Yeah,
you know, I feel like she's lost that bit of a childish, especially in that cutscene. If you remember way back when we were just getting to know female Hrothgars, when she was introduced in this cutscene, when she was running towards us, and you see the feet, and you see her going, oh!
In Sharlayan, yeah. And she was like, hi, I'm Wuk Lamat, like a high-pitched, like, immature, not immature, but I suppose more naive and young and, you know, carefree and just, you know, inexperienced almost. You know, this happy-go-lucky, maybe that's the wrong word, but now she's speaking with a much more deeper voice, and normally deeper voices in games can represent maturity.
I never thought I would say this, but this is the first expansion that is getting me to consider doing a new game plus, just so that I can spot all these differences between her back then and her character growth later on, knowing what I know. I think it's a totally different experience.
I think I had the same thought in this exact same episode. In this same video today, I had the same thought of me thinking, maybe I'll go through the story again, or like, you know, a new game plus, maybe on another job as well, you know, to level up a job or whatever, but just to experience it all again and see if I feel differently about Wuk Lamat, and if this, because we did take a break in the middle of it, so it's hard for me to, you know, get that same flow going and going, okay, yeah, it was because we took a break, or was it because the story was good at telling the story?
Now there's a little bit of relief in knowing that there's something that's gonna happen, you know?
Yeah, I guess so.
So I feel like it's gonna be easier to go through it for the second time.
Yeah.
Are you ready for me to read?
Right, ready when you're ready.
I'm fine. I just need a moment to settle my nerves. After a day that she's had, the fact that she can even say I'm fine and even lie about it if she's lying is remarkable, I think.
Yeah,
so
especially from that last scene. I mean, hell, I'd buy her a drink right now.
I would not be fine. Thank you for being there for me and for urging me on despite all my sulking. Not her blaming herself. Sitting around complaining isn't very leader-like, is it? So much has happened quickly. I struggle to make sense of it all. The strange soldiers, those floating ships, the new powers are all Jacquemin's, giving everything he's done and still intends to do. I know I can't afford to run headlong into battle. Not this time. I cannot let this terrible pain in my heart lead me astray, but I will make it my strength, the strength to do what I must. Right. I'm heading back to the palace. I need to talk strategy with Koana. Could you and the others join us in a while? However we decide to proceed, I want you all to be aware of it. Oh, and could you tell Eorzea I'll be alright? She's probably at Bayside Bevy.
Not gonna lie, again, Wuk Lamat, holy moly. I just said, basically in my words, that you've got to be careful with anger and revenge can cause clumsiness and death. And she just basically went, but I need to keep my strength, I let this anger fill me with strength and not with recklessness, essentially. And then,
yeah.
I don't know. I'm just glad that I said that, and then she said that again. And also, she's becoming a bit more relatable for me and you, because we're noticing emotions from her, like, oh, she's blaming herself now, oh look, she's doing this now. And I'm not saying that we do that, but we as humans do that.
Oh, we do that.
But we as humans, not just me and you, but we as humans, and for maybe for anyone listening to this as well, they also do that too. And Again, it adds that relatability to the game.
I want to say, I feel like right now the game is saying the right things.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know how else to describe it.
No, I fully agree. Yeah, I think the same thing. It's Alice here, so you can read when you're ready.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh god, look at this armor.
Oh god, what is that?
The armor on the floor.
That is the soldier, right?
Yeah.
I just want to take a second to appreciate it.
Yeah, me too.
Appreciate it. To just
No, I don't mean like the design.
Step on it as well.
Lucky bugger.
Steal the gun and right. Wow.
This is what I said.
Anyway. Oh, you're back.
Yeah, sorry. Are you okay over there, me?
Okay. I'm fine. You're back. By that, oh, you're back. By that, I take it to mean Lamachi is feeling better. I'm so sorry. She needs to be strong for the people of Tural. I understand that, but she doesn't have to do it all alone. So if she intends to fight, then we fight together. That's it. I wish I knew exactly what we were up against.
Hey, level 97.
I'm not there yet, but I think you were grinding a little bit more of the ether currents and lookouts. I actually think that this would be a good place to stop before we go into another, mystery of the airships and probably I'm suspecting a trial.
Okay, we'll
maybe next time.
Yeah, we'll end it here for today, I think, and dive into the next part.